Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect. Today we're diving back into some more Create Above and Beyond. Oh, today is gonna get a little bit ferny. Yeah, today we have to start looking for ferns, and well, I would love to also get myself set up with some travel goodies. And as far as that's gonna go, hopefully a slime sling. At the moment, let's see, slime is not a huge thing that I have. I do have a slime pearl. Is that enough to make a slime sling? Let's see. We can get a slime sling, but I need slimy boots, and that can become a bit of an issue. Let's see. Let's request one of these pearls. I don't remember how much slime this actually gives you. 6. Is that enough? I think we make a slime block, and then I just need string, and we can make a slime sling. Perfect. So, slime sling, ready to go. Throw that in there. Perfect. Okay. So I have a slime sling for adventure, but slime boots are going to require me to go after a couple of things. So take a look at boots. Right here are the slime boots that I want. And I don't know. These give you bouncy and leaping. And these are the ones from Tinker's Construct. They do have a durability on them. And I don't know if these 100% protect you from the massive falls, but we're going to go after them. These are the, they're going to require some ender slime and rabbit's foot. So where do we get ender slime? Well, that's something that I think on the map we might have. So we have to go hunting for places like this. This right here is going to be a blue slimy area. So that one I do know. And then I believe up here, which is we've gotten to from our boat, I think this is a purple slimy area. So we're going to see. But it is going to be a bit of boat travel, and I do have my grappling hook, which is very handy for getting up mountains. So, boat. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a boat. Oh, and also, I wanted to show you this because we can also get ourselves another backpack for us exploring, because you guys have made sure to let me know, especially from the world download. Hey, Chosen, you have a grave. I didn't know that when I died a few episodes back and lost all my stuff, I didn't know that there was a grave mod. Turns out there's a grave. I have a grave here, and I am now skeleton chosen, as you can see. And look at all my stuff. I get all my picks and stuff back. Everything. The armor I was wearing, my backpack, everything's there. I swear, I watched my pickaxes burn, but I think I have better pickaxes now. I have made it to the blue one, and this is where I believe this comes in handy. This grapple should hopefully be able to propel me up here. Hopefully. So let's at least get up here. And I'll kind of do some swings. Let's actually go down a little bit. There we go. And I can hop off of that. Perfect. Oh, that sort of got me up there. It's kind of an interesting experience, like when you play around with the grapple. I mean, it does work, and it does get you up to places, which is really nice. And here's the area that I want to get to. Also a village. So these are the things that I need to grab. Let's go ahead and grab my shears. There we go. And I need to grab these ferns. So today on our list, we have slimy ferns. So this is going to be a way that we can generate the gunpowder that we're going to need for TNT, because when we start taking our crushing wheels and crushing them, we're going to get ourselves a singularity. And then the singularity needs to be blown up with TNT. And that is going to generate a quantum entangled singularity. Kind of interesting, right? But we need a way to automate sand, which we can do pretty easily, and gunpowder and some of these other mob drops, right? That's where the slimy ferns are going to come in handy. These are a substitute for mob drops. And so we are going to need a few of these. Definitely some so we can practice test on. I also want to grab, this, because this has a potential of being something. It's a tree. A redwood sapling, that's pretty cool. But yeah, we want to grab the slime as well, and I'm going to grab the tree. Hopefully we get a sapling, and we can actually regrow this tree if ever need be. And this is sky grass. This should be on some slimy dirt, maybe? If not, no, it's not. So with it not being on slimy dirt, I don't know exactly how we go about planting these. But at least we get the sapling. Unless slimy dirt is something that we make down the road. Slimy dirt, is it something we can make? At least not yet, we can't. Maybe we can grow this on other stuff, I don't know. But I'm gonna grab all of the slime. Look at all these slime blocks. These are all mine. Even like liquid slime down here. So I guess the real way would be, right, silk touch. Yeah, that's probably the way that we would gather this dirt. We need some silk touch in order to do that. Okay, so after I gather this, I haven't seen a green area, but if we can get a slime sling going, I think we'll be able to easily cover a lot more land to be able to find that. I'm also going to shear up a bit more of these, just to make sure we have some backup, just in case I mess up when testing things out. So I found myself another meteor, and of course, I do want to go ahead and grab these if I can, whatever's on the interior. There'll be less I have to grind for later on. What do we get? Okay. Logic, calculation, and engineering. We got literally we're missing one. Logic, calculation. No, we're not missing one. That's literally all of them. Because we already got the silicon press. Oh my god. Well, now we have all the presses. That's kind of nice. So I think I have stumbled upon it. Yes. So that purple area is exactly what I was looking for. And yeah, there we go. So purple slime we've got. So that'll get us the slimy boots. That'll allow for adventure to be a little bit easier on us. Even though there's not a whole lot of adventure to be had, there is some. So we'll definitely grab as much of this as possible. And I can get those nice little slimy ferns for the purple. Yep. There we go. Is there should be, I bet there's slime all underneath these jungle stuff. Or is that it? It might actually be it. Interesting. So yeah, definitely need to shear these. I need just as many. So here I am, man, hunting rabbits, because we do have to have a rabbit's foot. And let's hope we can get one pretty quick. That'd be nice. But rabbits are just notoriously hard to kill. You know, unless I had a carrot on me. Did I get a rabbit's foot? No. You know what? A carrot makes it really easy to kill them. I just don't have a carrot on me. I'm in the desert still looking for things. I ended up getting the grass spines. This actually came from like a blue cactus that I broke those out here. I was like, what is that? Apparently this is for that more rails mod, which I mean, we're definitely using for lava automation. So probably going to use it for more. And just like that, I got myself a rabbit's foot. Oh, this is so needed. This is, oh man. Okay. Well, now that we have the rabbit's foot, I can now make some slime boots. We need 4 blocks of this. 4 blocks. So we need, okay, we should have enough. 26. Yeah, we have more than enough. Okay. So 4 blocks worth of that. And we get ourselves some slime boots, and then we can travel at our own will. I mean, the only thing I have left to find is the green area, and I just haven't found it yet. So I've got the foot inside. Now, the only problem is this melter only holds so much. So as it goes, it should all continue, but it does have to take a little bit of time for the blocks to go ahead and, yeah, make their way through. And there we go. Slime boots, here we come. And they should be just like Tinker stuff. We should be able to repair it, hopefully, with this material, and we'll find out. There we go, and voila. Durability, armor 0, but we get bouncing and leaping. How much is this, like full durability? Like, let's eat. Let's make sure we have a little bit. I just want to make sure does this fully cover like a successful bounce? Okay, good. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's perfect. That means we now have full slime sling travel. Which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Like, I love me some slime sling. Now we gotta find that fern. So I can tell you this has been incredibly hard to find. This little thing right here on the map. I've not seen any others like this. Wow, we had to put some travel in to get to that bad boy, but it's there. Ooh, and there's a little cottage here. Hey, look, there's a blaze burner. What? Literally a what? Is this an empty blaze burner? Oh, it's empty, but still, it's a blaze burner. What? That usually breaks and has items in it. There's a scoot. I'll take the scoot. I might even take this too. That could help us with items potentially. And here is our last one to get. All we gotta do is grab all these, and now we got our work ahead of us on figuring out how to automate the production of these materials that are going to be used next. Now that I have all of the ferns, let's take a look at the automation process that it wants us to do. So let's take a look here. It's talking about using a deployer or a cutting board. Either one of these are going to work. And we need to do this with a knife on a slimy fern to get the slimy fern leaf. And as you can see, it splits into two. Then the slimy fern leaf, let's see. Slimy fern leaf is then put into a soul fire and turned back into a slimy fern. So that's how we definitely duplicate them. But the milling turns into a slimy blend, and then we can get that down to bone, all the different parts. Okay, let's take a look at this even deeper though. So we have a couple of problems to solve. The first one being duplicating the fern to be able to get the milling process. We definitely need to duplicate this, but first we need to cut it into two. Now, you can use a cutting board, believe it or not, to do this. We don't necessarily have to use the deployer. So I was messing around, and this right here should actually do the trick. So let me show you how this works and how we would go about automating it. I don't know if this is going to be better than a deployer or not, but it doesn't require any mechanical power. It just requires some redstone. So we give this a knife, for example, a flint knife here. So I've given it a knife. This is a dispenser. And so long as there is a material that can go onto the cutting board, we should be able to chop it down. Now I noticed that broke, but we could use, let's actually knock this down real quick. We can actually use a filter on this cutting board. Let's drop that down, this here. So we can use an andesite tunnel or chute. No, a copper chute to filter what comes out of here. And so if I put this on here, the hopper won't pick up the item. So if I put this in here and give it a redstone signal, as you can see, it does harvest it. And it seems like it shoots it to the right-hand side almost every time. Like if I do this again, it shoots to the right side. So I'm almost positive we can actually use that mechanic to our advantage in this setup. And I think this is how I'm going to utilize this. I actually might just leave it in this sort of setup, maybe have multiples, like 3 different lines. And then somehow get this routed back here. Now this stuff does need to land into Soulfire. So let me see right here. What if this goes directly into Soulfire? I mean, I don't think we want the slimy, we don't want both of them to go in, but just to show it as an example to duplicate it right now, let's make some of the Soulfire. So that is going to be demon fruit, which you get from the demon seeds. This is actually from the occultism mod. And we should be able to light that on fire. And that turns it purple. So if we toss this in, does this burn? So it gives it back, but does it like bounce up or anything? That's what I'm wondering. So let's go ahead and toss this here. Oh, it immediately gets converted when done that way. So, I mean, when done this way, it does, but we don't really want to be duplicating it this way. We want to split one off. We want one that can be split to keep for ourselves. So I think that's going to involve maybe an andesite tunnel to do, potentially in some sort of setup like this. So I think I've come up with a sort of plan, but it is quite large. It's going to take up a little bit of space, at least to get all 3 of these running. And at the moment I have this right here. So I'm thinking about having them in line starting in this position. So let's get started building this thing. Now, it may not be the perfect solution to this, but it is a solution nonetheless, and it's actually quite nice. So what we're going to need to get started is we're going to need basically a platform area. So let's just say right here is going to work, and then we'll put our cutting board, and then behind that is going to be where we put our dispenser. And then of course this is going to get a redstone signal, and that is how we are going to cut our material. Of course, we're going to have to somehow automate the knives, probably put a hopper on top of this. And then we'll end up using a redstone timer on this, which is very simple to make. We've actually used one already before. So this is the start of everything, right? And I want to use this without using belts. So I wanted to try my best. Now, we know that this immediately jumps to this block. So what I can do here is I can place a drawer that is going to use a funnel and a regular andesite funnel, and that is going to collect the items that drop. So this will immediately go into here, which is perfect because we can now use this to perfectly split the items. We need to make sure this is on the push side, that is pushing, and that is pushing. So eventually we're going to have a belt here. Now, on the back of this, we're going to have the whole rotation part that is going to be recycling these one pieces of fern. But for now, assume a belt is going to go here, and assume that we're going to have quite a bit of space used underneath for water wheels that we're going to use for crushing here in a second. So now that this built, I'm going to go down underground. And honestly, I was thinking of several different ways that I could do this, but since we're evenly dividing the fern here with these two andesite funnels, we're going to need a brass funnel. Thankfully, we have one. But right here is the flame, and the flame sort of bounces the stuff back up when it gets burnt. So we're making the regen of the fern right now. So I'm going to set on netherrack. I don't know if it has to be netherrack or not, but I'm just using it just in case. And then it's in one of our bags. The demon fish, we can go ahead and light that up. I'll also grab a fern out of here. And then, do I have my flint still? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so I'll drop this down here. We'll light it. And basically all I have to do is set myself up another container. So I'm going to use this drawer. And that is going to collect the fern. And then I need a a brass funnel with a filter on it. So it's going to be dropping the cut version of this, but I don't want this to pick up the cut version. I want it to pick up only the fern. And so what this is going to do is going to drop down. It's going to go into the fire, shoot back up, and that's going to collect it immediately. And that's going to go inside of here. And this is where the magic happens. We're going to use pipes. So it is going to look kind of industrial, actually, which I kind of like. These brass funnels are honestly really, really nice. And so all I have to do is line it up like this and make sure that I disconnect from the bottom there and then get my filter in. So bam, place that in. And this right here is basically ready to go. So just to demonstrate, if I put the fern in the back, the fern's gonna go. Actually, nope, this is backwards. I just noticed my funnel's backwards. We want that to be pulled in. Need to pick them all up. All right, where'd my brass funnel go? Does this burn stuff? That's always a concern as well. I guess I just lost it. Okay, let's be careful this time. So yeah, shift click. Make it go in. Wait, I lost it again. I feel like items are just disappearing now. That's not good. I have no idea what's happening. Absolute ghost. That is... Maybe they're in my inventory. Am I losing my mind? I am absolutely not losing my mind. They literally just disappeared. Okay. Either way. So we have our fern in here. Let's place the fern in. That should pull it out. It's going to end up on the cutting board. We have the knife in there. Imagine this is redstone ticking. And one item ends up here, which the item just disappeared from the world, apparently. Very weird. that shouldn't happen. It will end up on the conveyor belt, but items shouldn't be disappearing from the world like it's doing. It's a bug right now. And as you can see, it landed back on the cutting board, ready to go again, ready to be ticked again. So let's get a conveyor belt lined up. I can shorten or lengthen this as needed. But the main thing is right here we have the fire. So we definitely can't build right next to this. So I need to make sure we go back one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury this underground just like this. We're going to set up 2 water wheels, and they are going to work. It's a little bit weird how we're going to have to do this, but let's just imagine water wheel here and water wheel here, right? And they're right up on each other, and we can actually get these spinning in the proper direction. We need them spinning this way to grind up items and spit them out. So it needs to go this way. So we need to make sure when we place the water wheels that they are being placed in the proper direction. So for example, to get them to spin this way, the water needs to be right here. And what we'll do is we'll have a block right here that's blocking the water. And so the water will wrap around just like this and should all end up here, which is going to be perfect. Now this water, this wheel is the one that's a little bit different. We have to actually go down. And believe it or not, I actually want to place this down one more so we can hide it. Let's go ahead and get this all the way down here. But the other one has to be placed sort of upside down. It is very interesting. So I was playing around with this, trying to get this to work, and I think this is going to be one of the better ways of doing it. So this is the right way. But we need this one, which can also be placed down. I got that under my head, right? We can go ahead and place this down, place a block on top of it. I think this is one of the easier ways of doing this. Go ahead and break this. And then go right underneath it 2 blocks. And then place it down. And that's going to be probably the easiest way to go about doing this. Yeah, there is something deleting the items from the world. So I basically have everything ready to go. The only thing I don't want to do is walk into this. Yeah, this will kill you for sure. So as you can see, the water is spinning. The water is right down there. Also, I did restart to fix it, so it's not deleting the items anymore, which is good. You can also take some andesite casing and slap that on there to encase your shaft so you don't have a hole that's going straight down. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I'll eventually get some dirt to cover this up. But we also need to get the fan going. So what I'm going to do to get this fan up and running is some vertical gearboxes and a cogwheel. And I'm going to hook that into here. So if I hook a cogwheel into here, and then I get a cogwheel here, I can actually get a vertical gearbox moved, and then line a vertical gearbox there, and that should be spinning in the proper direction. Hey, look at that. And I think this is the perfect size. I don't know if... Yeah, this should be the perfect size. Let's reduce this down. This actually needs to go back one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have everything land on a depot for right now. That's because I need to cook the item that's on here. Cook, like actually cook it. I know it's going to be a little bit wonky, and you may be wondering, I actually stumbled on this. I was like, what? How am I going to place things in the campfire? That's a manual process. You can't do that. But then I realized, oh yeah, you can blow the campfire. It actually shows it on the fan. It doesn't show it in JEI for some reason, but the encased fan, if you ponder on it, it does actually show it using, let's see, it's several scenes away. So it shows this scene, and then it shows the fire, which is smoking. So I believe if we use fire, then it should be able to cook food, I think, or maybe use a campfire. I don't know if an encased fan... This is where I need to really do some research, because I still don't know if this is going to work. So after doing extensive research, of course, just imagine my arm reached out with my finger pointed straight in the air. I have finally figured out how this is supposed to work. I thought it was going to use some fans or something. Nope, we need a stove with a skillet on top of that bad boy. And then I just need to route power to this using some of these. So that's all it is. So all I got to do is get some power to this. I have a funnel on the back side. This is about as compact as I will probably be getting this thing. Let's go ahead and get a gearbox here. So the gearbox, and then we'll just send up the power via the gearbox, just like this. Let's use, yeah, we have to use a vertical one, and then another vertical. And this is now receiving power. Okay, so all we have to do now is get redstone on this bad boy. And this is automated, and we have now automated. Well, at the time, we are going to have all 3 different types automated. Look at this. And when it finishes, it should kick it out the side. And somewhat end up over here. Okay, it didn't 100% end up where I wanted it to end up. Let's check this again. We may have just this last bit here to sort of figure out. But other than that, like, we're basically done. It spits it out. And surprisingly, it doesn't land right there. But you know what? That's okay. Because I wonder if this lands on a depot. And then we set the funnel like this. I wonder if that would fix the problem. And I mean, we just need it to enter into here. Oh, this is perfect. Kind of cool as well. Lands on the depot, then goes right in. And all we have now is to build the same thing 3 more times right next to each other. So at this point, all I need is some circuit assemblies. I had a hard time figuring out what exactly I was needing here because I hadn't used these in a while. But we are looking specifically for that timer that we used prior. Let's see, gate, null, randomizer, repeater, sequencer. Where's it at? Right here, timer. And we need 3 of these bad boys, and guess what? We literally, I went through and I made all of the other ones while also hanging out on the Discord, chilling out, chatting while I built the other 2. And these guys are ready to go. I have them filled with iron knives. So hopefully these are going to work. Hopefully the knives are going to work. As you can see, these are all laid up. I only need one, one of each item on there. I think any more will start to run into issues. We'll just let these run as they are. And then I'll slap this on the back. And this is going to be where they get powered. So if we set this up, let's make sure that it is turned the right way. I'd prefer it to be turned this way. And I'll just let it, stay at where it's at. It's not bothering me at its current time. And now all of these should work, and we should start seeing the output. Oh, I think I missed one thing on all of these. Just one thing. I need an andesite funnel. And we should be good. I am blind my andesite funnels. There we go. Andesite funnel in there. Andesite funnel in there. And look at that. All of this is going where it needs to go. And bam. Perfect. And this is ender dust, by the way, which I'm not quite sure what this is used for. Looks like it's going to be used for wireless boosters and inderium, which I guess is used for these things. Wow. Yep. We have unlimited bone meal now as well. So this is just one small contraption out of all of these contraptions. By the way, we end up getting ourselves some raw salmon. Literally just a raw salmon. Nice. That's just an inventory filler. Perfect. And these are now automated. Yep. And then we get to figure out what to do with them next episode. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, this was a very interesting thing to set up. And, well, there's only going to be more automation to come. So, of course, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that's going to go to Hunter Nord. Thank you so much for becoming a Discord premium member. You're absolutely amazing. And of course, if you're interested in becoming a Discord premium member yourself, you can join the Discord over at discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. Or if you just want to hang out and join the brand new vanilla subserver, I say subserver, it's a public server. I'm so used to saying that. To join the vanilla public server, all you got to do is join the Discord. Like I just said, it's discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. Of course, guys, I would love to see you over there. I've been playing over there almost every single day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.